Good day all. Welcome to study section 2 unit 2. Measure of partition. We said unit 1 is a measure of location, section 2 unit 1 is measure of location, and section 2 unit 2 is measure of partition. What are the objectives? The objectives are to 1. Understand the concept of quantile and percentile and their role in dividing data into equal parts. 2. Compute and interpret quantile, which are Q1, Q2, Q3, and percentile, and Q4, and percentile for both grouped and ungrouped data. 3. Differentiate between various partition measures, quantile, decile, and percentile, and identify the appropriate applications. 4. Apply this measure in real-life contexts, such as academic grading, income classification, and the last but not the least is perform analysis to draw meaningful conclusions about data sets. Learning outcome for study section 2 unit 2. By the end of this unit, students should be able to define the concept of measure of partition and explain their importance in descriptive statistics. Describe quantiles and percentiles as tools for dividing and interpreting data. Compute the first quartile, second quartile, and third quartile for a given data set. Calculate any given percentile and explain its meaning in data context. Differentiate between quantile, decile, and percentile in terms of their use and interpretation. Interpret results from quantile, percentile, and percentile calculation to draw meaningful insight about data distribution. And the last but not the least is apply this measure in real-life scenarios such as grading, income distribution, and performance evaluation. Some of the partition values are the quartile, deciles, and percentile. What is a quartile? A quartile is a statistical term that describes a division of observation into 4 dividing intervals based on the value of the data and how they compare to the entire set of observation. It divides the data into 4 segments according to where the number falls on the number line. We have the first quartile, the second quartile, and the third quartile. The fourth quartile is given as n plus 1 over 4. The second quartile, which is Q2, is 2 into bracket n plus 1 over 4, close the bracket, which is the median. And the third quartile is 3 into bracket n plus 1 over 4 into bracket member, which is also a member of the distribution. The quartile may be determined from either grouped data in the same way as the median, except that in place of n over 2, we will use n over 4. To calculate quartile from group data, we create a cumulative frequency column. If you look at this formula, you see that it is similar to the one we use when we are calculating median for grouped data in our previous study, in our previous unit. That is a study unit, study section 2 unit 1. The difference between the median for group data in study section 2 unit 1 is that if you look at the formula, you can compare and you see that instead of using the n, instead in the median we use n over 2, but here for quartile we use n over 4, and others are the same. So from that formula, our I is the quantity in the reference, our n is total frequency, our CF is the cumulative frequency before the quartile class, and our L is QI, is the lower class boundary of the class counting the quartile, while our W is the class size or the class width of the QI class, and our FQ is the frequency of the QI class. These sides are used to categorize. Then second, we have decile. We said we have quartile, decile, and percentile. Let's go to decile. So the same procedure we use to calculate the median of the group data, we use the same also for the quartile. will follow the same step, but the difference between the formula is instead of using n/2 in media, we use n/4 in water. Let's go to DCI. DCIs are used to categorize large data sets from the highest to the lowest value, or vice versa, that is from the lowest to the highest. A DCI divides a distribution into 10 equal parts. It is a form of quartile that divides a set of observations into samples that are easier to analyze and measure. The values of the variables that divide the frequency of the distribution into 10 equal parts are also known as DCI and are denoted or represented by delta 1, delta 2, delta 3, delta 4, up to delta 9. The fifth DCI is the median. So for ungrouped data, the distribution is first arranged in ascending order. Also the same for median for ungrouped data. Then we apply this formula: D1 equals to n plus 1 over 10, which is member of the distribution. D2 is 2 into bracket n plus 1 over 10, and D9, so like D3 will be 3 into bracket n plus 1 over 10. D4 will be 4 into bracket n plus 1 over 10, like that. Then our D9 will be n plus 1 over 10, n into 9 into bracket n plus 1 over 10. So we have the formula for grouped data for DCI. If you look at this formula too, it's also similar with that of median, but the difference is instead of using in the median we use n/2 minus cumulative frequency of the median class all over frequency of the cumulative frequency before the previous cumulative frequency before the median class all over frequency of the median class. Also here, this is the formula: LDI plus n/10 minus CFDI over FDI times weight. From here, I is the decile reference, LDI is the lower class boundary of class counting the decile, then n is total frequency, W is the class size of the decile, FDI is the frequency of the decile class, and CFDI is the cumulative frequency before the decile class, just like the one we did for the median. Then we go to percentile. Percentile divide the whole distribution into 100 equal parts, but put another way, P1, P2 up to P100 are known as first percentile, which is P1, second percentile, which is P2, up to 99th percentile, and the highest percentile contains the n/100 part of the data. So we also have for the group data, the data is first arranged in ascending. Ungrouped data, for the ungrouped data, the distribution is first arranged in ascending order of magnitude, as presented here. So for group data, we also use the same, it has the same method like that of median and quartile, decile, percentile. Instead of n, for percentile it will be n/100, then cumulative frequency of the percentile all over frequency of the percentile times the weight or class weight. So from here, we have the cumulative frequency before the percentile, the PI class before the percentile class, which is CFPI. FPI is the frequency of the percentile class. W is the class size of the PI class, and total frequency. N is the total frequency, while our LPI is the lower class boundary of the class counting the percentile. So this is an example, and here we have our waiting time is 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, like that. You have the number of customers, then we have the cumulative frequency. So the way we estimate the cumulative frequency for the median for the grouped data, we use the same method. Like the first cumulative frequency is 8. The second one will be cumulative frequency of class 20 to 29 plus frequency of class 30 to 39. That will be 8 plus 10. It will give us 18. Then the next one will be 18 plus 14. that is cumulative frequency of class before the previous class, before the class we want to estimate, plus the frequency of the class we want to estimate. That will give us 18 plus 14, which will give us 32. Then the next one will be 32 plus 26, which will give us 58. The next one will be 58 plus 20. That one will give us 78. The next one will be 78 plus 16. That will give us 94, and so on and so forth. So then we have put our formula here. Is for the quartile. So the first quartile will be LQI plus n over 4 minus cumulative frequency before the quartile class over frequency of the quartile class times width, or class width from here, or class size. We will say n over 4 is equals to 1 times 100 over 4, which is 25. Because our cumulative frequency is 100. Then CFQI, that is the cumulative frequency before previous cumulative frequency before the class. Before the 25th class, as in the range that is within, I think within that 25th is within, is 18. Then frequency of that class is 14, the weight is 10, and the LQI is 39, which is the lower class boundary of the class range where 25th value falls between. So then our Q1 will be, when we insert that in our formula, it will give us 39.5 plus into bracket 25 minus 18 over 14 times into close your bracket times 10. That one will give us 44.5. We are using the same method that we used during our median, but the only difference is, instead of using divided by 2 for median, here, because it is quartile, we are using divided by 4. That is our n, our total frequency divided by 4. But it's still the same method. Then 2, they said we should estimate the upper quartile. That is the Q3. Q3 will be 3n over 4. What is our n? Our n is 100. That will be 3 times 100 over 4. The first one is our first quartile, which is 1 times 100 over 4. The third one is our second quartile, which is 3 times 100 over 4. If you want to estimate our second quartile, it will be 2n over 4, which will be 2 times 100 over 4. But here we are estimating the third quartile, so it will be 3n over 4. That will be 3 times 100 over 4. That will give us 75%. Then we have the cumulative frequency before the value where our 75 for, that will be 58. Then we have the class width, or the class size, is 10. Then the lower class boundary of the class range, which our 3n divided by 4, which is 75 for, that will be 59.5. So our Q3 will be 59.5. If we insert all the value in the formula, at the end of the day, we get our answer. Then we do the same for the for percentile. Okay, we do for decile, and we can also the same formula, but instead of dividing by 4, we are dividing by 10 for decile. To get the class where our range for, then we apply the formula, and we do for, if we are given like maybe 45 percentile, 60 percentile, 100 percentile, we do the same method. But now when we are dealing with percentile, we divide by 100. When we are dealing with decile, we divide by 10. And when we are dealing with quartile, we divide by 4. We divide our frequency by 4, total frequency by 4. When we are dealing with the median, we divide our total frequency by 2. That's just the difference. Then we use the same method or the same procedure as we estimate that of median. Thanks for listening.